Hey fam, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me in this tarot reading. This is going to be an all signs vibe. And if you're new here, my name's Amy. Hi, it's nice to meet you. First and foremost, I dig the positive vibes. That's what this whole channel is for. I just happen to play with tarot. As far as I'm concerned, most of the tarot readers here on YouTube are basically esoteric life coaches. We're here to remind you of what you're capable of. And the good, the bad, whatever it is, we're going to work through it together and give you another perspective. At the very least, may you be entertained, right? So let's see what we can get into this round. I like to stick to the words of encouragement. What are the positive vibes that you're looking forward to and shit like that, right? Thanks for joining. Let's get into it. Okie dokie. I like to start with the archetypes personally. Let's finish shuffling and then go ahead and cut the deck into three, snag in the bottom, middle, and put it on the top. I don't know why words come out like that sometimes, but they do. And we got the medallion. Interesting. Okay. So the amulet, the talisman, the heirloom. The passing on of sacred objects is an ancient ritual within families, between lovers, and in tribes across the globe. We gift jewels, treasures, keepsakes, and mementos of all kinds. Some of great material value, others that hold emotional resonance, and still others with both. Yet, when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it is important to recognize that they may bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise. When the medallion card approaches or appears, be aware of how the objects you hold dear may be embedded with unconscious energy or expectations. Materials hold consciousness, and it's time to reconcile the vibration of the objects around you. Interesting. What do you covet and collect? Why? Is there an object you have held onto for years that you are ready to release? Perhaps it is time to reach for the medallion that aligns with your deepest values. So yeah, take a look around and recognize that which, maybe it's something that was gifted to you. Maybe it's something that is there that's so mundane. It's been there for so long, you don't even realize it anymore. You know what I mean? You don't even think about it. And I want to say that this has come up before. There's a side to this also, a vibe that I'm picking up on, that is calling into question these things that, like it's so deeply embedded, it's so taken for granted that it's there, but it may still be affecting you, right? There's something specific for someone that I'm trying to figure out how to put words to. Did someone just lose something? Did you just lose a ring or a necklace or something? Did it break? But that reminds me of, what is it? There are certain stones and crystals where if it breaks, then like that can mean something, right? Whether you want to consider it superstitions or not, and sometimes when you lose a piece of jewelry, it served its purpose either way. It served its purpose either way, right? So just be cognizant of that, not only of your words and your behaviors and such, but what you choose to surround yourself with and what you surround yourself with still, right? Keep in mind how those things and seeing them, even, if you think it's an out of sight, out of mind, like just go through. This could also be a matter, because I'm really like, there's something about this that I feel like I'm not properly explaining, and that's why I'm babbling. So thank you for your patience. But I really feel like it's a good time, certainly a good time of the year, right? To go through things, you know, make sure that things are still matching your vibe, right? Maybe it's time to pass off a family heirloom to a cousin or something. My cousin gave me this ring. You know what I'm saying? I don't think these are real diamonds, but they sparkle. That sun hits and they sparkle, and that's enough for me. Thanks. Simple. That's me. Moving on to the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. Let's see. I'm doing that thing again where I've already shuffled and yet I get going and I want to shuffle again, and we're just going to roll with it, fam. Thank you for your patience for that too. See, that's the fun of actually getting to see me. I don't edit down quite as much. Okay, sometimes I do. Whatever. Moving on. So, man, I feel like I'm still hooked on that vibe. There's still something that I want to talk about. But with this, interesting. We have the shark card. First of all, I love sharks. They just want to boop, ba-doop, boop, boop. They don't got hands, they got teeth. That's how nature designed them, okay? But this card says to swim away from this situation. There is someone, I know this card, I keep seeing this card. There's someone, it's like the Lovers reversed, I think is what she says in the book, right? Creek. It's so old though, it's so old. Yeah, it's the Lovers reverse from traditional tarot. You've been hanging around a bloodthirsty shark. Who looks good when they're eating? If you wouldn't throw so much time, whatever. And they've hurt you before. You know this, right? You know at this point what to expect from that person. And yet you keep giving them chances. You want to believe in them. You want to believe that everything's fine and dandy and it's all working out and they couldn't possibly be the piece of shit that they seem to be behaving like. How many outs are you going to give them? How many things are they going to do that makes you go, who the fuck does that? Whatever, they're crazy, before it all adds up, right? Okay, maybe we can get some clarification. I don't know, fam, it's YouTube. Let's lighten up the mood a little bit. It was starting to get a bit dark there, okay? Let's lighten the mood, back the fuck up. And now this time I remember that I shuffled these fuckers already. We're going to cut the deck. I did the same as the archetype. There's enough. I do it in threes and I take the middle, put it on top. Boosh. Chapter 1 is a 10 of Swords. That's a very interesting card coming up after the shark and stuff. So this is the end of a very painful cycle. You have been betrayed. You have literally been stabbed in the back by people. The thing about the swords, though, fam, to be fair, I just saw this in a personal reading too. So I always say we may not be in the same boat, but we're in the same body of water, okay? It's fine. Who's got the rainbow or who's got the unicorn floaty? So the deal with this card, though, and the swords, especially, you know, as we make our way through the suit, like at the 8 and the 9 and the 10, there's a point. It's like our subconscious, right? It's not biased. It doesn't have feelings. It's going to spit right back up whatever the heck it's fed, right? And that's why it's so important to constantly feed yourself positive vibes, self-love, self-worth, right? And be careful about the energy that you're around, the things that you accept, the ways that other people talk to you, that if you're not doing anything about it, if you're not letting someone know, hey, I don't appreciate that. What the hell? What did I do? If you hang around them still, if you still share your energy with them and accept them, you're accepting the way they talk to you. You're telling your subconscious, I like it when my friends talk shit to me. I like it when people treat me like I'm the dumbest person in the room. And that's just not the case, right? We don't want that, right? Listen, If you have a kink going on, that's an exception. We're not talking about that, okay? We're talking about actually consider someone your friend, considering them friends, considering them your found family, your kindred souls. There's a big difference between keeping people humble and being like, oh, there's a, yeah, and just being a douche nozzle. So the problem with that is after years of being trained to be a people pleaser, you're being trained on what to put up with. And you may start doing it to yourself. You may start being down on yourself, looking down on yourself. At least one of these swords is self-inflicted, is what all of that babble was trying to get to, fam. Hey, right? And the deal with this card, my favorite thing about this card is, here comes the sun, do, 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 right? There's sunrise happening there. This is the ending of the dark night of the souls, right? This painful chapter is complete. It's officially becoming a thing of the past, okay? And I want you to leave all of that pain, all of that anguish and turmoil and torment the fuck back there. And I want you to begin enjoying the rear view. Because we got 20/20 vision and the hindsight, don't we? Right? Because the only thing that the past has to offer you right now is wisdom. That's what every single one of these swords represent for you. Lessons learned. We're not making those mistakes again. Fuck that shit. No, we're moving on. We have the resilience of surviving. We have the wisdom of knowing what we don't want anymore, what we're not willing to put up with, what we do not find acceptable, and we're leaving it in the past. Thank goodness, because we got shit to do, fam. What's the second card? What's chapter 2 in this story? Boosh, that's what I'm talking about, the 8 of Cups. Moving away from all of that shit. All those hollow, superficial cups, right? Boosh. We're taking our little red cape full of passion and love. Yes. And we're going away. All right? It's like, okay, we're done with that shit. We learned. We thought it was the way for a while there. We thought, you know, we were enjoying ourselves and it was all good. And then it just... bad taste in my mouth, you know. No, not really that, not that time. That I'm just saying, you know, like it doesn't feel right. It's like that thing that just simply doesn't belong in your house anymore. That jewelry that doesn't match you anymore. You've evolved, you know what I mean? What's chapter 3 in this story? The Hanged Man. If we're going to find ourselves in this position, and a part of it is from choices, it's either way, choices that we made, right? We did this. But rather than get down on yourself, rather than adding another sword to your own back, fam, we're going to take this moment and choose enlightenment. We're going to take this moment and learn, honor what led us here, wherever you may be, whatever it may look like for you, right? We're going to honor it. And we're going to learn these lessons because we're never doing that shit the fuck again. YouTube is never paying me for this video. We're never doing it again, right, fam? Worth it because we've learned. We've learned what doesn't work. We learned what doesn't feel right for us. We've tried things, you know. No, you know what I mean? We know what we do like. And that's what we're going to focus on now. That's what we're going to stick to. Who we really are, our authentic selves, our integrity. Whatever it is that you think that you did wrong, I know one of these swords is at least yours, and we're leaving it, you know, don't beat yourself up about it anymore. If there is something so whatever that you did deserve some consequences, you know, I mean, shit happens, right? It's long past. It's long past. Right? That's been a theme lately, is recognizing there's distance now. So you leave that pain there. You leave all those feelings that you already felt in the moment, you leave them there in the past with that moment. The only thing that hindsight has for you now is wisdom. The cat just realized I shut the door. So you enjoy that enlightenment. It looks good on you. What's chapter 4? The Hermit. Hey, look at these buddies. But what I love about it is that's what I always think of when I see the 8 of Cups. I think you just go up on that mountain, you hermit, and you figure it the fuck out, right? So we have the enlightenment going on around this hanged man's head, right? Like, okay, well, while I'm here. See, I don't think they're bound. Their arms or their hands are bound. I think there's a knot in the wood and they're just like, you know what I mean? Just vibing. They look cozy. Look at their legs all bent and stuff. They are cozy. And this hermit has left. They left town. They went on a sabbatical. They went on a journey to the mountain to find their own heartbeat again. To get the sound of the world and everybody else's opinions, the illusion, the brainwashing, right? The conspiracy theory. I like me a good conspiracy theory, though. Some of us, the things that we dig when it comes to that shit has a weird habit of turning out to be true. Who'd have thunk? We did, didn't we, fam? We knew. But the thing, my favorite thing about this card, so while he's dressed in gray, and gray in stereotypical tarot, this old school Rider-Waite-Smith stuff, has a tendency to speak of impartial. You know, there's no bias. It's neutral, right? He's shut off the world, the opinions of the world, the bullshit, the PR firms and everything, right? But what's inside of this lantern? It's the star, fam. It's also the Virgo card. Just saying, what's going to come up underneath the 10 of Swords? The 5 of Swords. Wow. Dude. Fuck yeah, it does. Because the 5 of Swords, what do I tend to call it? Those who are used to it. It's okay. You can shout it out like it's a Rocky Horror Picture Show movie. That's the fuck around and find out card. Right? Been there, done that, dealt with all that conflict and all that bullshit, right? There are 2 parts to this. There's leaving behind the people that are toxic, that put some of those swords in your back and leaving them in the dust. Take the dust from your shoes. Move on, Jesus, all right? Move on. Let it go. Even if we're talking figurative and just using that as an example, right? They're back there and they might be a little upset about being left behind, but that's what you get for being mean, all right? This is also a card that can represent how far we've come, which is something that we've been talking about, right? And honoring that fact. Looking back, like these could be other people in your life, but those can also be you at different stages, when you didn't want to hear things because you couldn't handle it, when you didn't know what to do with things. And this is you looking back with all of the swords at your disposal, because that's the past. And the past has wisdom to offer now, doesn't it? That's it. Wisdom. And because even though like the sky is going crazy and stuff, this person's smirking in the foreground, right? They look pretty darn content, if you ask me. What's chapter 6? And coming up underneath the 8 of Cups is the 4 of Cups. So, this card can speak of apathy. But there's still a blue sky in the background, isn't there? There's a lot of nature still being represented between the grass and the tree and vibe in there, right? This person is so hyper-focused. It's like, I got to get all my ducks in a row. I got to do the A, B, C, and eventually I'm going to get to X, Y, Z, right? This is doing affirmations, doing your law of assumption, Neville Goddard and Abdullah things, and being God of your own reality, but being fixed, making assumptions, and trying to control the outcome, how everything works out, instead of giving in like it's anime and trusting the divine to do their part, right? If we're co-creating, we have our free will, we get to make our choices, but fate and life, the universe, hashtag and all, is also doing stuff too, right? And if you're so hyper-focused on your expectations, you're going to miss the stuff that's 10 times better. So maybe that's why you've taken a step back, right? Maybe that's what led to the Eight of Cups, and that's what's going on with this. Sometimes they're perfectly lined up with one another, and sometimes it's like different parts, different sections in the same book. You know what I mean? I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on with it right now. Other than like there's clear connections to me, like the fuck around and find out card came up underneath the Ten of Swords. I like that. I like that very much. And I really do feel like you recognized your apathy. You recognized that you were getting, it's kind of like being reminded to live again. Don't just do everything remotely. You're supposed to be living too. You're supposed to be enjoying your life. It's not the destination, it's the journey. That's what we're talking about with that. It took me forever to get there, but I got there. The card coming underneath the Hanged Man is the Ten of freaking Pentacles. Ah! Are you kidding me? That's coming up underneath the Hanged Man. The Pentacles, a lot of people tend to think of money when it comes to the Pentacles. But the Pentacles are earth. They are everything. They are what sustains you. They're your hopes and dreams, what you're focused on, what you're working toward, all of your dedication and drive that you put forth, right, is the Pentacles. And this card is speaking about legacies. Everything. This isn't just enjoying the fruits of your labor and all of your hard work and getting a payday. This isn't just one good season, one good harvest. This is the rest of your life. So that's the kind of changes that you're that you're dealing with these days, that you're within these days. Being able to set yourself up for the rest of your life. All of this healing work that you've been doing, retraining your subconscious, closing this painful chapter and moving the frig on. It's all about your legacy. This could be your blood family that you're able to enjoy and share all of this with. This could be your chosen family. Either way, generations are represented in this picture, right? Damn, what's coming up underneath the Hermit? I love tarot, fam. I fucking love tarot. It's the Ten of Cups. Are you fucking kidding me? We not only have a 10, we have two 10s. No, fam. We don't only have two 10s. We have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Wow. So if you needed some positive vibes, you're gonna get them. Oh my goodness. This is wish fulfilled. This is everything I ever wanted in life. It's here. It happened. There's a plane. Where are we going next, fam? Where are we going next? Wow. Wow. So I guess my caution to you is because you've separated yourself. You've separated yourself from everybody else. We have 3 freaking cards. Although I guess these two can kind of go hand in hand. Okay. Yeah. Okay. They're lining up perfectly. Got it. Trick. You caught yourself unhappy, busting your ass. For what? To continue busting your ass? What's it worth besides superficial bullshit that we're being told to like? You know? And then we took time. We went, wait. I'm here. I'm in this zone. I'm in this mode. I'm looping and I want to stop. So let's get all of the distractions out of here. Shut out the world and remember what the sound of your own heartbeat, what your own heartbeat sounds like, your own thoughts, retraining ourselves for what we want, not what we expect. We're not focusing on the things that didn't work out. We're not focusing on what we don't want. We're focused on what we do want, on who we know we are, on what we know we're worthy of. And we're living our lives accordingly. What is the epilogue to this incredible story is the star, which is right up in that lantern, isn't it, fam? The star is hopes and dreams. The star is that inner flame within you, right? It's following the 10 of Cups, fam. Aw, fam. This is incredible. What's on the bottom of the deck? The 7 of Cups, and underneath that was the Justice card. Justice, you know, apparently it wanted to be known. 7 of Cups is so many ideas. There's so many possibilities. There's so much. Pick one. Do a vibe check and go with it, right? Focus on it. Because if you're all over the place, you know, it's kind of like you're just free-range ADHD. You're not really finishing stuff, right? Highly recommend the Pomodoro studying and whatever method. I highly recommend that. Just throwing that out there. But also, I was running ahead. This star card can also represent people who are meant to shine, are meant to be out in public, whether you're wanting to do your own YouTube channel or your social media is about to take off, whatever the heck it is. You are a beacon and you are meant to shine. If that resonates, you're meant to claim it. If you're like, what? Then hopes and dreams, you know what I mean? Everything's flowing. We're co-creating with the divine and we're open. It's the journey, not the destination, right? Or, you know, sparkle and shine time, baby. Yeah, you have options. Just pick one. To pick one doesn't diminish the rest. If at some point later on you have the vibe to do one of the other things, pick it up, do it, see where it leads you. But for right now, focus. And if you're worried about illusions, if you're worried about being delulu and stuff, honestly, when it comes to these things, all that we're doing is confirmation for people. We're confirming for you that you know what works best for you. You know what sustains you. You know what makes your soul purr. Now again, this has a family there. A lady, a dude, and their 2.5 kids, right? And even a babbling brook. But it's whatever. It's your chosen family. It's whatever that community, that bond and camaraderie, whatever that looks like for you, okay? No harm, no foul. What are the extra notes for this reading? I can see that I'm getting close to 30 minutes. I like to keep them under 20, but 30 should be a good limit, right? Stuff's going everywhere. Okay. I did not pre-shuffle these, so let's do that together on purpose this time. Yes, 100% A. One more. That was kind of meh. Yeah. Be open to receive is wanting to get in the way. So remember that. That was a note. That was something that did get, we need to keep that in mind. Thank you for confirmation, Spirit. You are overlooking things. You've got that tunnel vision going on, or you have, and you recognize that. But whatever, be open to receive, because you're going to receive a lot. You got a lot to look forward to, fam. Oh my goodness. One more shuffle, and there we go. That's better. Now let's cut this deck together. Whoop. And as the yellow van turns, it's like you got some work drama going on. I used to work, my first real job was fire and water damage restoration. That shit gets hard at times. And that being my first real job was also when I got to learn that being an adult sometimes this makes you feel like you're right back in high school, sometimes elementary school, doesn't it? You've got this, fam. Get your head on right and figure out what you really want to do. If you're unhappy, you know what to do about it. Be smart, make plans, set goals, handle things accordingly because you know exactly what to do, right? No, that's the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is relax. This. Is there another perspective? Do you see what's written in red there, fam? Hyper focus. Again, this card is coming up again. Fam. What are you hyper focused on? What? You need to relax. You've got this. You've got this, fam. You've got this. Boosh. You've got this, fam. What an incredible reading. And thank you so much for joining me. I believe in you, fam. You've got this. Oh, look at you. Rock that shit. You got that introspection going. And just vibe out. Vibe out. Trust yourself. Let it resonate and all that good. Thank you so much for joining me. We totally went past 30 minutes. Ah, shit. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate the company. And always remember that I love you.